I've spent hours going through scenes, dialogue, background details, the ending, the post-credits, all of it. And I think I've figured out the real lore behind the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie and how it connects to the first film and what the movie timeline is actually building towards. This isn't just a sequel. The movie secretly sets up the entire Afton saga. So let me show you what's really going on in the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie. Everyone talks about the opening scene like it's just Charlotte's death, but there's way more going on. That pizzeria, it's not the location from movie 1. It's not the 80s Freddy's, it's not the one Mike worked at in the first movie. It's the first Freddy's ever built, following the games. You would know this if you're a hardcore FNAF fan, but some of the newer fans who are watching the movie don't understand about the whole two pizzeria things. But what happens to Charlotte there? Trickster! That's the movie's version of the security puppet minigame. In the game, Charlotte dies outside in the rain by Michael Afton, but in the movie she dies inside the pizzeria saving a child, which I think relates back to her backstory in the games where the puppet is someone who is sort of a protector of all the ghost children in the pizzeria. The point is the same, that Charlotte is the original victim inside pizzerias that William Afton has killed, but what is deeper is I think that actually Garrett is William Afton's first kill. However, we'll get more into Garrett later, but everyone expected the puppet to show up eventually in the series, but nobody expected her to be this overpowered, which is very different to the games. Like in the games, she gives life to children, but in the movie, she's a full control system. Michael literally says that the marionette used a wireless signal to command other animatronics during performances, and Vanessa says point blank, they're being wirelessly controlled by the marionette, by Charlotte. So the movie takes the puppet's symbolic role and turns it into a literal one. She's the master controller of every animatronic, and when she wakes up, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, even the prototype soups in the back room, and all instantly fall under her influence. This explains why the animatronics felt coordinated in movie 1. It was Charlotte, not William, driving them to kill. As I think that first scene where they kill off the night guard, I think that's mainly Charlotte controlling them, not William. As Charlotte has a revenge for adults, and Charlotte was killed way before the second pizzeria, or the pizzeria 1 in movie 1, opened up. But there's one tiny line in the movie that changes the entire movie timeline compared to the games, and that's the perimeter lock. Vanessa explains that the animatronics can't leave the building because a system drains them the second they walk out. And that's perfect, because in the first movie, the animatronics never leave Freddy's. It wasn't just like haunting, it wasn't just ghost rules, it was actual real tech, Henry's old tech. And when Abby disables it, that's when you get the FNAF 4 style sequence, Bonnie creeping into a house, Freddy lurking behind doors, families being stalked. Scott's taking a lot of these different aspects from future games that we haven't watched yet in movie form and hinting them to how these animatronics actually got into the houses to be able to scare off people. So the entire plot of FNAF 2 only happens because Abby breaks Henry's lock that they gave to the puppet and the other animatronics. But look, Abby was always the heart of the first movie, but movie 2 reveals why she's so connected to these spirits. Abby doesn't see the ghost kids. She's a medium. She's spiritually in tune with them. When she gets the Faz Talker, a totally innocent looking toy, Charlotte immediately starts using it to speak to her. How did she know that Abby had the Faz Talker? I think it's because Charlotte already saw Abby through the other animatronics. After using the Faz Talker, Abby is lured to the first pizzeria location to see Chica, Bonnie, and Freddy again. But they are mimicking other people that Charlotte somehow already knows, which is why I think it's connected again. And Abby is eventually brainwashed into thinking these are her old friends. So she eventually is under control of Charlotte, and she ends up turning off the perimeter lock so Charlotte can take full possession of her body at the end of the movie. But this is because Abby is the perfect vessel for the puppet. She's emotional, lonely, deeply connected to animatronics, and traumatized. Exactly the kind of host the marionette would latch into. Abby isn't just a character, she's the centerpiece of the ghost child side of the lore. Mike is the main security guard side of the lore. Abby is the ghost children side of the lore. Now, Vanessa's storyline in the first movie left a ton of questions, But in FNAF 2, the movie finally commits to her backstory. She has been manipulated by her father William her entire life. The spin class scene where she hears William screaming faster in her head, that's not just PTSD, that's the same mind control vibe as Glitchtrap from the games and how she turns into Vanny in future games. It's all rolled into one character trying desperately to break free from Afton's influence. Charlotte even mocks her with lines like, "Don't you know you're my favorite?" That's straight out of the fandom's darkest theories about how Afton raises his children. Vanessa is literally fighting the Afton lineage and losing until the very end. Through Vanessa's family, along with William, we also get Michael Afton and William's partner, Henry Emily. Henry showing up shocked every fan who even slightly is into game lore, because we never expected him this early. He's always been the tragic counterpart to William Afton, the inventor who built the animatronics and lost his daughter to them. The movie keeps that intact, as Henry made the marionette, Henry made Charlotte's music box, and Henry spent years trying to contain her rage. And the tape at the end of the movie? That's straight from FNAF 6. Every fan in the theater immediately went, "Yep, that's Henry Emily." He's the only person who understands the full scope of the Afton nightmare. Now, this is the biggest shock to any FNAF lore fan. In the games, Michael Afton is a tragic character. In the movie, he's smiling, he's plotting, he's excited to hurt people. It seems like he's already been possessed by Ennard, but I don't think that's true. This version of Michael isn't the hero of FNAF 4. He isn't the hero of future FNAF games. He isn't the main character you're playing as. He's a new version of William Afton trying to avenge his father who didn't achieve all he wanted, as Michael thinks he has died in the first pizzeria location from the first movie. Michael is a true Afton, manipulative, charming, intelligent, and fully on board with continuing his father's legacy. This is easily the boldest change the movies have made so far, and it's the most different from the games, which was highly noticeable. And it might be setting up Michael as the face of the third movie. Now, when the animatronics fail outside Freddy's, the ghost kids talk to Abby one last time, and one of them says, "When we leave, he will get out eventually, and he'll be stronger than before." That line means William Afton is coming back, which all the hardcore FNAF fans know that, because the third game, William Afton is captured, put into this new pizzeria place where they have attractions and stuff for the killings of the Five Nights at Freddy's first location. But it also means that the ghost kids weren't just haunting the suits, they were holding something back. Something older, darker, something they kept trapped by staying inside the animatronics. When they leave, that thing is now on the loose. And that is exactly the kind of setup that leads to the glitch trap lore, burn trap lore, remnant lore. All this new lore from the games is gonna be taking place in this third movie, which I'm really hoping it does, because I hope that William Afton and Michael Afton kind of merge into one plan, or Michael Afton sacrifices himself to kill off William one more time because he can't live in this whole Afton lifestyle anymore, which I think would relate him to the games a lot more if he becomes a hero at the end of FNAF 3. Now, the post-credit scene. If you did actually stay after the movie to see this post-credit scene, you'll see how it relates to the third movie being released and teased. The last scene is the most blatant sequel hook possible. A demolition crew finds a rotting suit in the back of the FNAF location from the first movie. They complain about the smell because it's definitely a body in that costume, but they take it to use in a new horror attraction. They cover it with a sheet, and there you go. That is the Fazbear Frights opening from FNAF 3. Now, movie 3 is going to be based in the horror attraction Fazbear Frights. It's going to include Springtrap, Michael Afton, Henry's warnings, and whatever escaped when the ghost kids left. I don't know how much stronger that William will be. I don't know if Michael will help him, but I feel like our main character Mike may be pushed back a little bit to focus on Michael Afton and William Afton's story, because honestly in the first two movies we haven't seen William Afton at all. We've seen him for maybe about 10 minutes across both movies, so we haven't gotten a lot of backstory with William Afton, which I'm pretty disappointed about. So I'm hoping they go full into the William Afton lore in the third movie. They've already shown Baby, so I hope they show Sister Location, and they've already shown the trauma that Vanessa has experienced, so I hope they dive into the trauma that Michael experienced too. So what does this mean for the whole movie universe? So here's the full chain of events from the movie. Charlotte dies, Henry builds the puppet, William starts killing, ghost kids haunt Freddy's, Abby bonds with them, William dies from them, Charlotte awakens, the puppet takes control, the perimeter lock breaks, animatronics escape, ghost kids move on, something strong awakens, such as, you know, Michael Afton steps up and Springtrap is found. Now, FNAF 1 introduces the pizzeria and the main characters, but FNAF 2 reveals the true origin and the true villain of these movies. That's going to be slightly different to how the games are set up. Now, if you like this video and you want to see more Five Nights at Freddy's commentary content, please make sure you like the video and subscribe. It does help me out a lot. I really appreciate all the love I've gotten in the previous video. It's really boosted my confidence about making these videos. I was very nervous about it. But if you did like this video, the video right here is recommended for you to go watch next. So go click on this one. Thank you all. See ya.